Good afternoon, we'll go ahead and get started. We appreciate everybody being patient today. Everybody's coming and going, but I think we're all here now. And Mr. Stringfellow, would you lead us in prayer and close?
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to meet today and discuss the business that pertains to the children and the parents of our county. We ask you for your wisdom and guidance as we conduct this business today. And as we get close to the start of school, we ask for your wisdom and guidance for our administrators and our central office people and our superintendent, as this is a hectic time of the year as we try to get ready for the opening of school. Please protect our teachers and our principals and administrators as they get ready, and as an important time of the year begins for us. We also ask your Heavenly Father for protection of all our first responders and our military that are here and around the world. Please guide them and protect them as they protect us. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We might have a few minutes to take and look at the minutes. Did you have a chance to look at them?
Move for approval.
Could I add one thing before you do? Mr. Hack just handed you G30. If you would add that, that's assignment of principles, G30.
So we will approve the agenda for the additional.
Second.
Okay, so we had a motion and a second on the minutes.
No, this is for approval.
That's what we did first. And so
Okay.
now we got, I think we did, this was some, a little bit of everything. But if I get a motion, we had a motion and a second on the minutes, so we can vote on that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Now on the agenda, we had a,
I'm sorry, I jumped the gun on
Yeah.
that.
that's okay.
If you'll add G30, assignment of principles to today's agenda.
So we will add our G30 to the agenda.
Second. Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Sir?
There's been an amendment to the USA agreement. We made one change to that, which is reflected. All it is USA is going to do changes for their student teachers instead of our system.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
G24.
All right. And then any adopt, so we got that. Announcements, any announcements? Don't think we have any
Let
report.
me make an announcement on August 1st, which is Saturday. There will be a back-to-school giveaway for elementary schools and middle school students in the Mobile County Training Pritchett area. Any kid who's middle school, elementary school, could come out and get a book bag with school supplies at the old Blunt campus.
That's great.
And they have over 500 book bags.
Fantastic.
So come out and get one Saturday.
Make sure you get it all.
Hot dogs, bottled water, games, it'll be a festive atmosphere.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
at Wilson High School on Saturday morning, Reverend David Fraser and the Revelation Missionary Baptist Church presented back to school drive. Reverend Fraser all the way by for all three schools, Wilson in the area, so that'll be on Saturday morning, and everybody was invited.
And you know, Ms. Peak, I've seen some other buses around where y'all collecting on other sites and stuff.
There are, you know, the outpouring from the community to help our students get ready for school is wonderful, and we appreciate all of those efforts. Collecting school supplies in a number of places, some being organized by some of the retailers and then others by community groups. So we certainly appreciate that.
And Mr. President, one other interruption. On Saturday at 5 p.m. at Rogers Barbecue over on St. Stephen's Road, Nikki DeMarks and Kimberly's Broadcasting will present a back-to-school collection for Maine's Middle School. They've adopted Maine's and they say they're going to load them up, so we're going to continue to encourage them to do so.
Fantastic.
I don't think we have any reports or recognitions today. No citizen requests. So Ms. Peak, we ready for the action item?
You'll note that action item G17 was added since the work session. This is an agreement with Mobile Community Action to provide Head Start classrooms at Brightland, Burroughs, Grant, Howard, and Spencer West Lawn. These are Head Start units that would be housed in other areas, but they're empty classrooms at these schools, so they've asked to, it's a reciprocal agreement that they have some of our 4-year-olds that we don't have classes for, and they use our classrooms. So wanted to point that out, that that's G17. And then Mr. Atchison just updated you on G24, which is the agreement with the University of South Alabama for their federal program students to work in our schools. So that's the two changes on the agenda. With that, I'd ask you to approve the recommendation for architects for the re-roofing projects as listed. That's the 2014 local initiative, funded initiative, and that's G1.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to offer motion to approve items G1 through 10.
Second.
We have a motion and second to approve items G1 through 10. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
G11.
Ms. Peak, just a reminder for anybody that we discussed these items in our work session, so that's why we can approve so many at one time, just a reminder.
Action item G11, and ask that you approve the lease agreement with the City of Pritchard for Viger and Floor High football games. Also, without any charge, Chastain Middle and Mobile County Training Middle will be able to play on the field. I'd ask that you approve that $2,500 per game for a total of $27,500.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
move approval of items G10 through,
G11.
I'm sorry, G11. Thank you, Commissioner, appreciate it. Through G20.
Would you
Second.
say G20? Okay. So we have a motion second for approve items G11 through G20. Any further discussion?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Mr. President, on G17, I just want the record to reflect that I'm voting no on that.
Okay. Dr. Foster, would you mind redoing that? And let's
Okay,
go 11 through
The
16.
motion, make the motion to have G11 through G16.
All right. Have a second.
Second.
Have a motion second to approve items G11 through G16. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Action item G17, and it asks that you approve the agreement with Mobile County Community Action to house the Head Start programs in the schools that I listed earlier.
Move for approval.
Second.
A motion and a second on G17. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
No,
Opposed?
battles.
Motion carries.
Action item G18, I'd ask that you approve a contract with Jan Nix. She has retired from the school system. We'll utilize her services to provide technology assistance with IEPs and monitoring in the special education department.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
move for approval items G18 through 24.
Second.
Motion and a second for approval of items number 18 through 24. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Action item G25, I'd ask that you approve the certified resignations listed under separate cover.
So move we approve action items 25 through 29.
Second.
Have a motion second for items 25 through 29. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Action item G30, I'd ask that you approve the assignment of a principal listed under separate cover.
So move.
Second.
A motion and a second for G30. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
That way it's 30, it's on the second page, the second set of pages. Right, CLC, yes, sir. Action item G8, I present the consent agenda to you. H1, out-of-county travel. H2, various bids.
Chairman,
Yes, sir.
move approval of both H1 and H2.
Second.
Have a motion and a second for approval of H1 and 2. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Don't we have any student expulsion, so information on that.
I'm trying to get back to my agenda. Yes, sir. Let me just look on yours. That's easier. Thank you. I appreciate it,
She
Mr. Bowers.
slide instead of going on something else.
That's it. Action item, or for information, we present to you the monthly financial statements and J2 purchase orders of $5,000 and over. Thank you, Mr. Bowers.
You all right?
Any discussion on those? All right.
That's my ineptness with technology.
We have any further items to discuss?
Yes, we have one other item that was sent to us by our attorney that we need to, I think everybody got it in the email. And I move that we approve the policy pipeline subscription.
So did you get
Is that,
Information.
Did y'all not get that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got
I just didn't know if it was an action.
This morning.
yeah, there's an action item or not. Just- You want to tell us?
We generally handle it as a subscription, and we can go ahead and do that. So that'd be fine with your knowledge and your approval.
So move, Mr. Chairman, approve the request from the attorney for the renewal of subscription.
Do we need to vote on that, Ms. Pickard, or is just something y'all handle, or is it something you want us to know about?
I think it's just to let you know about it, an information item.
If you prefer.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second for the item that our attorney sent to us. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed, motion carries.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
I have an item for discussion, the nomination of Dr. James Gordon for consideration to be a member of the County Board of Equalization.
Okay. Anybody else got any discussion about that? or-
I thought it was put in the agenda item.
It is, he's adding it to the
He's adding
agenda
it.
for a vote.
Is this,
It's not on the agenda, but adding it as an item for you to vote on now,
Okay, so we need a motion to add it to the agenda, then vote on it?
or just to vote on it.
Okay. I'll second.
Okay. Have a motion second for, Mr. Titles.
Dr. James Gordon.
Your recommendation, Dr. James Bard?
Yes, sir,
Board?
for the member of the County Board of Equalization.
Okay, got a motion and a second, any further discussion?
yeah, is this to replace
Bill Clark.
Mr. Clark? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay. I understand.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
And with that, I'm going to send a paper down for you to sign that nomination, each board member.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
I'm passing the book.
All right, any other business?
Go ahead and sign.
Board
Just on the
superintendent
first.
request,
Yeah.
Right there.
pending matters, attorney-client
Um,
privilege, oh, sorry, you got something?
No, go ahead.
Attorney-client privilege?
I sent
Thank you.
3 emails total to the board, 2 regarding the proposed settlement, or amendment of the settlement we're entering into. That we better than one proposed suspension.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I offer a motion that we approve the recommendation of attorney for the 3 items as noted.
Second.
A motion second to approve our items from our attorney. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Scheduling of meetings.
I'd like to ask you to come back in Thursday at 12 o'clock. Mr. Hack, I asked and haven't had a chance to see if we rescheduled the hearing for that day.
Yes, yes.
There's one pending hearing, personnel hearing that may be that day on a mandatory transfer. When we reschedule, so both of those can be on Thursday, but at noon for personnel items only. And I think we're about 25 people to go, and we'll be fully staffed for the opening of the school year. So if you come back in on Thursday, we'll appreciate it.
Ms. Dick, Mr. Hack, we still meeting Wednesday?
Not this Wednesday, no, sir.
No
No employee hearings this week, no, sir.
mandatory transfer?
Any mandatory transfers we'll try to schedule on Thursday also, but I think, I'm confident we may not have any.
Okay, so you'll let us know.
Yes, sir.
And we had a time limit that we discussed on those
Yes,
too,
sir.
had we not?
I passed that on to the lawyers as well.
Okay.
Are they legally binded to those?
I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but.
So let's make sure we're all clear.
I
It's
tell you-
Thursday and the special meeting's at 12.
At 12.
And then we'll have that hearing after that, right, Brian?
Yes, sir. The one that may have to take place, he's going to try to accommodate us, but he may need it till 11 because they're supposed to go out of town for a conference that afternoon. So,
The attorney wants to accommodate them?
we had it set for Wednesday, and he said he'd change it to Thursday, and he'll work it with us because he's a good guy, but he just said if possible, could we do it at 11?
As long as you agree to stay an hour and 10 minutes.
10 minutes over.
So as long as we have
So
4,
we
we
should look for 11 o'clock with the,
You just need a quorum.
If we take place, yes.
if it takes place.
Please let us know.
So we got a gift on the attorney.
Ms. Chandler, Chambers, you'll let us know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get all this squarely fine, this increase, but, all right, I think that's it.
Motion adjourned.
That motion second, all in favor?
Aye.